Hey everybody, it is none other than Who, your favorite girl vocal with AJ Reese on this amazing Friday morning. This video will not drop until Thursday. Next Thursday, that's right. You heard it here first. I'm trying to pump these videos out, as the Lord gives me the content, and I go ahead and drop it so I'm not at the last minute trying to push it out. I'm just sitting here. It's so beautiful out. It really is. I own a t-shirt and shorts. I'm off today, of course. But how many of you know when you're not working, you're working? Yeah. So, with that being said, I just wanted to talk to you guys about something. And what came, I was looking at this video on social media, and what you hear is the cars going back and forth by. I'm sitting here in the parking lot. But what you hear is cars, I just said that, cars going by back and forth. But anyway, I was looking at a video on social media, and it was a gentleman on there, some white man, and he was talking about, I guess he was confessing some inappropriate sexual relationship that he had with a minor. And everybody was like clapping and cheering and all of that. And then the woman came on who was like, not a commentator, but her and someone else were looking at the video of him, and she was just saying how it's something, how all they have to do is come forward and say they sorry, and everybody applaud and commend them, but will bash the actual people that were victimized by the person themselves. And I said that is so true. And I was talking with my son, my oldest son, not too long ago on the phone, and he was just like, why does stuff like this get swept under the rug? Why do people love to act as if nothing has happened, like people weren't hurt or harmed, and their lives weren't altered? And I said, because if you sit down and address the issue, then the people that are in attendance have to get naked with the truth. And I don't mean naked physically where you're stripping. I'm talking about now you are naked before the public and they see everything. And what I was sitting here just thinking about, I'm like, no means no. And that's the bottom line. And I know that's an old saying that we would hear, growing up, when a woman says no, it's no. But apparently people who are predators, pedophiles, rapists, they don't take no for an answer, because they are operating under a witchcraft spirit of control. And they feel like they will do anything by any means necessary to keep their victims submissive to them, even though it's wrong. But to them, they're not thinking about if something's wrong. They're thinking about what makes them feel good and what gives them pleasure. So to see, and people really don't sit and think about that. You have to think about the fact that you oppressing somebody else to get what you want. You aren't walking away with the thing of, well, dad, I really did that person dirty. I really hurt them. I really, broke them or whatever. No, they're not looking at it like that. They're looking at it like they are a superhero. They pat themselves on the back, another victim under my belt or whatever. No, the bottom line is no is a complete sentence. No definitely does mean no. And for those of you who thrive and get your feelings off of, overriding and oppressing other people to make yourself look good for your own selfish, manipulative gain, you will pay for that. You will. You're not getting away with anything. And my son was like, Mom, I'm just mad because how was it everybody in the family swept what happened to you under the rug? And I said, well, people sweep things under the rug so they don't have to be accountable to stuff. I thank God for my big cousin, Tawanda Sanders Williams, who is a therapist. She's a therapist. And she said to me, when I finally came out and told her my story, she said, cuz I'm mad because a lot of the people and family knew and they didn't rescue you. They left you there to die. And when she said that, it struck a chord with me. And I'm like, I never looked at it like that. My cousins, they knew. Aunts, they knew, but nobody said, you know what, this is a child. Let me do my due diligence and call the cops. Let me have them arrested for what I know is true. You knew I was definitely afraid of this man. This man would beat us When I tell you, I know for sure God has his hand, I think it's Marvin Sapp. He has his hands on me. God truly has always had his hands on me. There are literally days we got beat upside the head, belts and these little switch sticks and all that other stuff, and even like thick, short but thick wood all across the face, the back. I mean, we had bruises on us for days. And my mother knew. She'd be sitting downstairs in another room, that man up there killing us. No means no. It means no. And a lot of times people don't want to be exposed or be accountable. They say they love you, but when it comes to really being accountable and standing on what they say, standing on business, that's why one thing I don't like doing cliches and all. Miss me with all that. Because if you're not willing to stand 10 toes down on what you mean, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. And it's something, because people will be like, oh my God, I don't understand how, people who have been victimized are made to be the suspects. And I said, because that's the natural law of sin. Sin loves to cover and twist and manipulate and cross. It does. The truth. And they'll try to make the truth a lie and make the lie the truth. And that is what has happened. People will treat you like you're the one that did wrong. And you're the one that was done wrong. And they know it. But like I tell people, no means no. You don't have to sit and explain your no. It's no. And I was telling my son, and he was just sharing some things with me, about stuff back in the day with the church, with my mom and them, all of that. And he was like, Mom, he said, there were things I wanted to say to you so bad, but I didn't have the courage. And I said, you know what? I said, you could have. I said, because maybe I would have pondered some of those things. And it wasn't with my physical and the sexual abuse, because that had already passed. I didn't even share it with my kids yet, that's something I had been through. But he was talking about the abuse that I experienced within the church. The people in the church, not the church. It's the people in the church. Who you tell them no, and now you're being ostracized or mistreated or abused or made a spectacle of from the pulpit. You're made a message out of. Let me tell you, it's so many different types of wicked abuse out here. It is not even funny. But baby, when I tell you no means no, it is no. Respect people's no. Stop making it about yourself. Stop. Stop. It's not a good look. You don't look good. Nothing about it is good. There's nothing worse than forcing someone who gave you a no to do something, and now they're doing it, but they're doing it begrudgingly. They're doing it with a bad attitude. They're doing it with a broken heart because you overrode what they felt. You felt like what they said didn't matter, and it's not right. It is not right. You cannot continue to override other people to get what you want. Shame on you. Shame on you. It should never be that kids can't come and say or feel comfortable enough. There's not a child out here that should have to hide the fact that they are being sexually abused, sexually mistreated. They have no business being in the sexual world, period, because they are children. And the fact that, these adults will sit here and act like they don't even know what's going on under their own roof. It's something, I would just sit there and be like, wow, my mother would know everything but what she should have known. How is it you know all this other stuff, but you don't know what the man that you laying next to every night is doing to your children? How? How, sis? It's a lie. You knew. You knew. It's that simple. But it ain't me you got to answer to. It's God. And that's just like for a lot of people. Whether it's sexual abuse, financial abuse, emotional abuse, mental abuse, spiritual abuse. Let me tell you something. You abusers. You will be held accountable. You will be standing before God one day. And you will have to answer for what you have done. And you reap what you sow. Whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. That is the principle and law of God. God's word does not lie. You can say whatever you want to say. Sometimes people are so afraid. I had someone reach out to me And they were saying, they commended me for sharing my story, and they said they just haven't gotten to the point where they could actually share it yet. And let me put it like this: we are young, 50-something years old, but we're still young. But imagine all these years holding that, because of the fact people don't understand the fact that you alter people's lives with the stuff you do to them, with the stuff you say to them. You will be accountable. Don't get upset when somebody out here abusing your kids and beating your kids or mistreating you and your kid. Don't get mad. Just check it off your calendar like another debt paid. Don't think God forgot. Don't think people forgot what you've done to them. You can't think that, it's easy breezy. It's not. It's not. God will forgive you. But let me tell you something. You still got to pay. I think people believe they want to be forgiven and not have to pay consequences. No, baby, you going to pay. You know how you got to pay them taxes every time you get that check? Baby, you going to pay. And it ain't no punishment or reward there. Listen, do you not know I've thought of so many different punishments and rewards that I would give my abuser? Let me tell you something. That's why I remember the other video I talked about, Jeremiah 17 verse 9. For the heart is deceitfully wicked above all things. Above all things, this heart is wicked. And it said, who can know it? Who? We don't know what's really in our heart. We start doing some wicked stuff. You like, wait, I can't believe I actually thought of that. I can't believe. Let me tell you something. If I could really do what I wanted to do, okay, and I'm gonna leave it right there. But God is who God is, and I thank God that He is who He is. I thank God. I thank God. And I just want people to be encouraged, and I just want them to know your no is powerful, your no is strong, and you stand on it. I don't care. I do not like when I see people press and try to pressure you to bend from your no. No. But then what gets me, in the same breath, people will ask stuff of you and you'll tell them no and think about it twice. It's just no. You don't bend, you don't do nothing. Then you get upset like, and I wish somebody would try to get me. Well, that's kind of funny. You did the exact same thing. And that's why I said, it's a lot of hypocrites rolling around this joint. We quick to want to talk a good thing, but then we won't live it. We'll try to impress upon other people to do what we want them to do. Oh, because it's me. And who are you? A walking piece of dirt. That's who. It's the breath and the oxygen and the love of God of why we're all out here. We're out here for a purpose, and not a perverted purpose. Not a tainted, filthy, and foul, wicked purpose. We are out here for the righteousness of God, to fulfill who He is in us, through us, for other people. Not to go and take it upon ourselves to start doing all this other stuff. There again, and I said this some videos ago, everybody can't afford to be rich and wealthy. They can't. When you look at some of the things that the people who are wealthy have done, and even the stuff that hasn't come out yet, but it's coming out, as we can see. And I'm not naming names in the media and all that other stuff. I'm not. Because again, at the end of the day, pray for them. They need it. They need it. We all need it. By the grace of God, there go I. So I don't, talk about it to try to make it comical or humorous, because nothing about it is humorous. People's lives were ruined. People's lives were altered. People are scarred beyond, so everybody can't afford having money. They can't. They can't handle it. My husband said something, was it last night or yesterday evening? He said people get bored and they start to think of stuff. And I'm like, and here, me on the other hand, I'm sitting here trying to think of other ways of how I can be a blessing to folk. And they sitting out here thinking of ways of how they can do folks in. And I'm just like, this don't add up. Something's not right with this. It's nothing wrong with enjoying your money, but enjoying your money God's way. When we start dipping and dabbling and tampering with, man. It's just sad all the way around. It's sad. And, I'm seeing a lot of stuff on social media, people laughing and, all this other stuff. But when we get rid of all of that noise and we really look at that picture, it's sad. It's very sad. It saddens my heart. It does. For all parties involved. It does. It saddens. It's very sad. And then that's why the word talks about, be thou not envious of evildoers and all that other stuff. We don't know what people are doing to maintain the stuff they have. Some people have made some serious agreements with the enemy just so they can maintain the famous spotlight and popularity, and it's not worth it. It's not. And that's why my prayer is, God, as you bless me and continue to bless me, my prayer is that I will fulfill your entire work. I will fund the kingdom by doing what you called me to do. But when I tell you no means no, it means no. It means no. It's a complete sentence, period, afterwards. No other words are needed to explain it. It's no. The problem becomes we think we that. We think we're it. And we can just afford to override and step all over people to get what we want. And feel good about it, too. That's the thing that be getting me. I would look, at my mom and her husband, and I used to just be like, you don't even care how this thing is breaking me and destroying me. You don't even care. Same thing with the siblings. Didn't care. Just as long as everybody got what they wanted. Everybody was fine. I'm the one walking broken, fragmented, hurting in pieces. I look back at a lot of stuff, but I'm going to tell you something. All of that stuff, all it did was made me, baby. All I can say, don't try it today. Don't try it. Don't try it. But I'm going to tell you what. They already know. Don't try it. Don't try it. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself. You ain't doing it to me. Don't do it to yourself. And it goes for anybody. Anybody. Like I told you, my husband know. He already know. People know. They know. It was a time I would not stand up for myself, wouldn't speak up for myself, afraid. But that was all that horrible, retarded teaching that my mom taught me. Never standing up for herself. Always just letting them say whatever, hit her all upside. Let me tell you something. I detest all that. All of it. Ain't no way. When that light bulb go off in you as a man or a woman and you realize who you are, you're learning your identity of what God has called you to and how to stand and mean it, you become a threat to so many people. And it's not on purpose, but it is with purpose. You're supposed to. You're never supposed to sit around and let people mistreat you and abuse you and do all that. But it's sad. It's even sadder when that's what has been taught from the household growing up. It's so sad. It's just the saddest thing, because I look at, and I have such a heart for people who are timid, who are shy, who are, fearful and can't, stand for. I have such a passion for them. It used to be me. It used to be. Now, no. It ain't that kind of party. Now, in this day and age, you may lose your life. That's all I can tell you. Because it's a gnaw. It's a gnaw. That's the street term, gnaw. Popular term is, correct term, no. But it's a gnaw. I mean it. I mean everything within me. We not even going to have a conversation. We not even going to sit and talk. We ain't doing none of that. There ain't no need to even talking to me about it, because it's a gnaw. And that's why I say people will come and try to test you to see. But I will say this. Don't even mess your life up doing that. Trying to test it to see. That's all I can tell you. And I'm just being truthfully honest with you guys. I just have to be honest. The fact that you want to even attempt to try to test the waters, you already drowned. So, again, no means no. Stand on your no. If that saying yes to somebody is going to bring you all this other stuff that come with no. And even if it doesn't bring all that, it's still a no. You just don't feel like it. You don't feel like it. You ain't got to. It is what it is. But know your rights. Know your rights. Know your rights for you. Know your rights. I'm telling you, sometimes I scare myself. I ain't gonna lie. I just have to be honest with y'all. Sometimes I scare myself. I just look at where I'm at today, and sometimes it's frightening. It get a little frightening in a positive way, because it's like, dang, I never thought I would, yeah. It's okay to say no. It's okay. And especially when people want you to compromise or do things that they want you to take a risk doing something that's going to bring harm and danger to you, but they not going to do it. But they want you to do it. No. I was getting ready to say, child, Jesus, I thank God. That's all I can say, because I know the word I was getting ready to say. I'm like, But anyway, to God be the glory. To God be the glory. But stand on your no. Stand on your no. I don't care if it's your mother, your father, your in-laws, your kids, your stepkids, your grandchildren, aunts, uncles, nieces. Man, go ahead with all that. Y'all get it done. You want to do it, do it. You do it. And you don't read me no song and writing no lyrics to try to think, oh, she gonna feel guilty, she'll do it. Nope. Been there, did all that too. No more. It's over. It's over. I ain't interested. Matter of fact, don't even call my phone, because I don't want to talk to you no how, so it don't matter. It is what it is. Drinking my coffee. But I enjoy you guys as always. I really do. I don't know any other way outside of authentically who I am to keep it real with you guys. I'm not here to, speak all these eloquent words and try to sound, high and lofty. No, I ain't interested in that either. I'm not. I just have to be, again, truthful with you. Nope, not interested. But God bless you guys. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. Like I said, this will definitely drop on next Thursday. But again, let your no be your no. Let your word be your bond. Whatever that thing is, let it be your bond. Come on, y'all, with all this nonsense. People out here driving all crazy and carrying on. The devil and the blood of Jesus is against you, Satan. Period. But, you guys let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about, what we just discussed. As far as your no. No is no means no. And that's the end of it. No means no. And it's the honest to God truth. Sometimes, we in relationships, and, for husbands and wives, sometimes, you try to make them think, oh, they can never tell you no. They're going to say yes to everything. Listen, I'll be one to tell you, it's a no. Nope. And sometimes you may start off with, okay. That wear off. You be like, all right, chump, go get it done yourself. Go on with yourself. Yep. You able-bodied, able to do it, get it done. That's all. So, don't allow your spouse to make you feel indifferent or like you have to. Nope. I had a discussion with my husband one time. I was like, nah, bro, ain't gonna be able to do it. Get it done, brother. Get it done, boss. Love you, God bless you, but get it done. He already know. Go get it done. Take care of that. Handle that. And it's vice versa. Vice versa. He'll tell me, no. Okay. What I do, go get it done. Sometimes people think, oh, that's my slave. That's my, no, it ain't. Go get your work done. You be on the job. People, you think you could? Nope. Can't. Oh. I had somebody on the job. We had an event. Soon as I show up, all of a sudden, she's like, oh, you think you go over to the building and go? I said, no, I can't. I said, but they can go do it. Oh, yeah, you better get out my face. No. Nope. And I ain't give it a second thought. I walked away. Heifer, I don't work for you. You ain't my boss. I know y'all like this. She called her? Yeah, I did. Yup. I recognize game. I sure do. All that. I ain't with it. Go sit down somewhere because you look stupid. Because it's game. It's all a game. It's manipulation wrapped up with game. I got some game for you. Oh, I got some game for you. But I could tell you who she ain't asked again. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yup. My son said this morning, he said, Mom, you always was on the front line doing this, doing that. He said, I used to be so mad. And I said, but you know what? It's okay, son. It's okay that you know that you were mad. I said, you had a right to be. He said, because he saw they were using me. He saw the people in the church were using me. He saw it. And I knew it after a while, but and he asked me, he said, can I ask you a question? What did you do all that for? He said, if I could ask you honestly, and I said, for validation and acceptance and to be loved. Because I just wasn't getting it all the way around. I was not. From my house, my parents, no, I just wasn't getting it. So I'm looking to be loved and accepted from somebody, to know that I matter and that people care about me. But you realize you start coming across the same type of people with the same type of behaviors. Let me tell you, when I start to see certain behaviors of abuse and using folk and draining them, I run. You ain't even got to worry about it. You be like, hey, oh, she gone. Yup. No. It's a no for me. Nope. When I tell you I'm like God, I detest certain things, and certain things to me is an abomination. I mean exactly that. Exactly that. Mankind has done a job on me. So when you see me, no nonsense, ain't doing, I mean it. I mean it. I will do what God say for who he gives it to me to do for. But all that willy-nilly, just any old button, no, that's over. The tour, over. It been over years ago. I brought it to a close. Over. Don't worry about it, because it ain't. It just ain't. I told y'all, my phone don't ring. My phone don't ring. My phone used to ring all the time. They didn't even care if I had other plans. There were times I canceled mine to go do their stuff. No, it's over. Nope, you should have caught me back then when I was young and naive and ignorant and ain't know no better. Because it's a wrap. And I would ask that if you are doing that you would take heed to this message and start making changes. Start making changes. I told you, people become real fearful when you start to tap into your real identity of who God called you to and what he called you to do. People get you're a threat. And sometimes people don't want to believe it starts with your family. Baby, that's who taught me well. Them. So, no. But that's it. I'm going to stop because I can go on and on. I really can. I really can. On and on to the break of dawn. I can just go on and on. That's how many archives I have. But again, your no means no. Stick with it. You know, stick with it. What's his name? Wallow saying it's just like that. All right. God bless you guys. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Stay prayed up. Love you. As I said, this video will drop on next Thursday. Don't forget to click like, share, and subscribe. Love you guys. Peace.